Today, we're going to talk about the most terrifying experiences of my life. Wow. Full self-driving takes us up Mount Rose. Because we got to go chill out. It's 110 degree heats for the birds, yeah. Still got my cracked rim. Got the Hyper Tough air compressor with the Power Drive 400. Not sponsored yet. Charging should be done. Yep, 100% complete. Okay. The car automatically thought that I'd want to go home. And in order to make it home without going to a charging station, even with 100% charge, I'm going to have to stop. I should stop somewhere. I mean, obviously. But once the home is complete with the charging capabilities, right now there's no electricity out there. So getting there at 5% would be dumb. I could do it if I stay below 65 miles per hour. No big deal. It's 80 a lot of the way there. And it's just long open road, so you want to do 85 maximum. Anyhow, don't want to whine too much. We're not going home. We're gonna go to 19 just to top up my air, my tire. Says I nailed it and got 3.1 bar in there. But it also says that the air pressure in tires is very low. And it's also saying that this measurement was taken yesterday. So I just put enough air in there that it shouldn't be giving me the red warning light. I know it's got air in there. It hasn't updated yet. And yes, I'm really stupid. Or I'm really broke. Depends how you look at it. My third credit card is almost maxed out. It will be when we order the cargo containers. And that's the emergency credit card that never ever been used. Ironically, it's also got the best interest rate. 17%. The other ones, though, I'm just getting robbed. You know, like easily $500 to $1,000 on interest alone every month, just in credit cards. So now you see that it did populate, or maybe you can't see. I'm not sure. My cameraman can't tell me anything. But it says 2.1 bar, and 2.1 bar would definitely be enough. But it's still saying a red, triangle air pressure in tires very low. Pull over safely. Got everything set up just the way I like it. Unfortunately, when we get to 19, as soon as we get there and I stop the car, it's going to lose all that stuff again. So I'll have to do it all again. When? Being able to enjoy this. I really, really, really wanted to leave early last night. It wasn't my hardest night, but I didn't get much sleep yesterday with the HEPA filter upgrade and falling asleep for like maybe 3 hours before I was waking up in a pool of sweat. The HVAC is really struggling to keep up. Maki. So yeah, my most terrifying time of my life. Well, we're gonna put some context in this. Terrifying as in the real threat of death. There's a real clear threat of possible death or serious bodily injury. That's the qualifier for if it was a terrifying experience or not, I guess. Well, with that in mind, probably the most terrifying experience with a real chance of death was jumping out of the airplane. Probably second most terrifying experience was when I tried to jump off the riverbank into the river and I landed too shallow. I landed in like 5 foot of water to a hard bottom, and I thought that I had paralyzed myself from the waist down for quite a good minute or two before I was able to feel my extremities, my legs down there, and be able to move them. So like my body needed a little reset. This is the weirdest thing in the desert. Like there is a cloud in the sky, and I'm getting raindrops. Like in Michigan, you gotta have the entire sky full of clouds. Alright, maybe not all the time, but in my experience, it'd be cloudy in Michigan. And that's when it rains. Not when like the smallest little cloud is above your head. See, I would have been in the left lane this whole fucking time. I told it to get in the left lane, but no. It's like, no, I want to get in the right lane. Just so we can let this guy in the Jeep pass us, which we would have been in front of them. It's so polite. It knows that the Jeep was in a hurry and it really needs to get there before we do. This is not the aluminum mesh tarp that I had planned to get, but it was only $5. Harbor Freight. So we'll see how it goes up the mountain. I'm gonna give it maybe 20 seconds of air, 20 good seconds of air, and to air is human. Able to keep up with the videos, don't feel bad. I'm just pumping them out. This is the coolest thing ever to me. The car driving me. Come on. This is awesome. Today it wanted to park with the semis, and I just took it out by just grabbing the steering wheel. I'm like, no. It is nice that you're going the right way, because I always go the wrong way. So the arrow's pointing that we can go this way. So the car probably learned by seeing these arrows, and it's like, you know what? He always takes us in the other way, but I think we should go the other way. Alright, in the trip. Navigate. Mount Rose Summit. Go. Come on. Why's it gotta go away? Right back. Don't leave. Make sure we're still recording. Let's see how it looks. We're down the street. We are still recording. No idea how it looks. We'll find out. 4.1 bar, and it still says the red triangle. And go, go, go. Suck. Stop. Okay. Told it to stop. Now let's see if I can put it back. No clue. I was talking with some friends at work. Tesla and friends, to be more specific. And the question was whether I should do something outrageous. Like, isn't this already outrageous enough? My cool clickbait title, which, by the way, spoiler alert, I have no idea. This is happening right now. Everything went fine last time. I expect everything's going to go fine this time. But we're going to talk about some terrifying experiences. And in the context, must be greatly concerned of imminent bodily harm. Terrifying. So, jump out of an airplane. Jumping into the river, fall of the trip. We wanted to see the Mosquito Falls. It's only like 1.5 miles in or whatever. Should be no big deal. Just wanted to quick get in there and get out. We weren't prepared with like umbrellas or raincoats or proper hiking gear at all, really. Like, I think I had tennis shoes on. According to the GPS and how the map was looking like it read, it was a continuous loop. And if you would just, like, we already walked 1.5 miles, we just gotta go 1.5 miles again to complete the loop. Be back at the parking lot. But we were reading the map. I was reading the map. Completely incorrect. Campground, which was not near the parking lot. It was actually really close to Lake Superior and has that special hidden beach. So this would be the place that you would go if you're doing the Painted Rock Tour. The boat likes to go check out that beach just because people will hike there and think they're in the middle of nowhere. And this beach is out in the middle of nowhere, basically, a private beach. So they'll go out there naked, and the tour guides have fun with that. We didn't get to see any naked people when we did the Painted Rocks tour. Boo. But when we got lost at Mosquito Island, or Mosquito campsite, when we got to the fucking campsite, it was completely dark. Total. So like we were 3 miles in, 3.5, maybe almost 4. And we came to the dramatic conclusion that there was nobody at the campsite. There was no cell service. And back in like 2020 or whatever, there was not enough low Earth satellites for Elon to have the working prototype on the cell phones that we got right now. In an emergency situation, you could definitely text right now with the satellites that are up there. Is the word on the street? Is it too offensive? crazy squalls out there on Lake Superior. What my dad would tell me is we got us a front runner now. Dude, it's only 65. Let's bump it up to 80. The problem is that the place comes up behind me. Raining, thunderstorming, lightning, wind, crazy wind, trees and shit are falling down in the background. You can hear crackling stuff in the forest falling, and you wonder, is that a bear or something? You know, we are in the Upper Peninsula. Maybe that's a bear that's also scared that the lightning just cracked. Don't know. Anyways, I tried to call 911. And my plan was not to try to have a helicopter get us out of there, but just to let them know you got two people out in the middle of nowhere. They're in a pretty bad storm with not the right gear. There's the cops right there. Got us coming and going. I guess they don't care about 80 to 65. We'll see if he comes up running. So 911 just did not ring. Did not go through. Call could not be made. No service. Can't even call 911. So I believe in today's world, Elon has fixed that. Thank you, Elon. For at least most of the parts of the world. I don't know if everywhere yet. I hear the latest rocket that we launched did not make proper orbit. Second stage or whatever. So sounds like all those satellites that we just launched might be lost. Probably $10 million worth of equipment. I think it's insured. I'm not sure how that works. Starlink's its own separate company and they charter SpaceX. Said and done. Is it like Elon is collecting insurance on himself? It's pretty awesome. Back to the terrifying story. All we had for our lights were our phones. And our phones, the battery life was not the greatest. Pixel 3 and Pixel 3a were a lot newer back then for sure. Hopefully Best Babes can tell us in the comments below when we went on this trip of death. And everyone even at semi thinking, what's going on here, guys? We're trying to get up this mountain so we go to sleep. And it's supposed to be terrifying. So, I should probably note that, just to make the story even more entertaining, for sure, and you know, it's a bit of truth. When we got there, I had to go to the bathroom. I had definitely wanted to make a bowel movement. But I figured I could wait until I got back to the little log cabin that we had rented. It was a really beautiful little place up there. Definitely need to get back up there. Can't wait with the Cyber truck with the extended range, 500 miles of range. I'll be able to go, me and Bess's babe will be camping anywhere and everywhere. Hiking proper though. We learn from our mistakes around here. You know what I mean? So we devised a plan that one of us would be the leader, whoever felt, they wanted to be up for the challenge or whatever. Bestest babe, I think, took point for the first little bit. And the other person either completely turned their phone off or definitely put it away and did not have it on. So the only person who could see where they were going was the lead person, and it was the lead person's responsibility to point out everything of danger to the follower. So it worked out pretty good. I mean, we're getting slippery because it was raining, and now the trail's all muddy with this crazy wind, lightning, loud noises. It's hard to communicate. Trying to tell somebody to watch out for this rock. What? Rock! Truck. I said truck. Let me know if you get that jump in the comments below. I want to use. And when we got to that campsite, they actually had a little, guarded off, with a little, 3 or 4 foot fenced in area, toilet area, which was literally just, a toilet seat on a bucket, I'm pretty sure. It was about as sketch as you could ever get, and there was no TP for the bunk. Oh, what do you want to do there, little lady? Did you want to go around me really quick or something? I don't know what you want to do now. Why do you want to be behind this one? Because this is Model S. You want to box this lady in again? Just want to fuck her over to it. Oh, it says Beastie. Hello. So Best's babe led and until she had to sit down, and then I would lead a little bit, and finally one person's phone did die, and we had to switch phones out, and we finally made it all the way back, and when we made it back to that porta potty, I tell you what, I did not have a problem going potty in the porta potty at that point in my life. Yeah. It's like you get to your worst situation, and you got 2 choices. You can choose to live today, or you can choose to die tomorrow. Who said that? warning, extreme fire danger. We're maintaining speed for traffic flow. I'm telling them, let's go even faster to get the hell out of traffic. Peace out. Police is back there. He already got his gun. What else is going on? Yeah, so yeah. It's like the ultimate, wow. I literally was riding on empty, and you're telling me I gotta make the whole trip again, all the way back. Double. And then, like, what do we do? Do we take shelter during this storm? Do we try to expend what little energy we have left, trying to like put some down trees or something in an area and like try not to find any snakes and shit? Make a little shelter. What do you do? What do you do? We carried on. That's what me and Bess's babe do. And although we've been carrying on, this 2 months has been killer, yo. OMGs. I'm missing my bestest babes so bad. I wish she would make a cool video talking about how she misses her bestest babe. She could even do it on her own bestest babe channel. You know, she does have her own damn phone. If anybody knows how to reach bestest babes, reach out to her in the comments below. But I should be with her soon, and we'll be able to track that as well. Trump was kind of right when he was talking about how taking a trip in an EV is just not quite there yet. Some of the EVs, like we're up to what, 6 million cars on the road that we've made, I think, and you know, like 3 million of that is probably the newer models, but a good 3 million of that is probably, you know, 5 years or older models. We've been making cars since like 2012. So, we've been, you know, statistically ramping up like an exponent curve. More cars. So, I don't know, maybe we'll hit 2 million this year. But the demand is down. But interest rates was so crazy, we had to take things in our own hands here. We made our own interest rates, 0.99% interest. I was trying to tell Elon to make it 0.69. 0.6942% interest. But he was like, 9. He's all about the margin nines. The Elon that I'm talking to on X probably is a fake, or maybe a bot or an AI, so I wouldn't put any stock into my Elon knowledge. But yeah, I am followed by at least 3, maybe 4 different Elons. You guys haven't been checking out X Spaces, you better do it. It's where it's at. Tesla and friends, we talk about a lot of cool stuff. Apparently the 4.3 latest FSD update that I don't have yet, software, Your car start tour is up to date as of July 12th at 10:22 a.m. 10:22, I think, is the day I'm supposed to get my Cybertruck. I hope maybe they'll have the extended range thing already added into it at that point. But they're telling me that might be a add-in at a later date type of deal. But we've definitely been putting through some hardships. I've been living in this car. This car's HVAC has been on 24 hours a day for 6 months. The car has been charged to 100 and depleted to as low as 5%. Maybe I think I might have came into a station around 3 or 4%. But usually this thing's always like, oh, you got 100%, but you definitely need to charge, so that way you can make it there with 47% charge. Yay! Like, you could have went 2 more chargers, yo. Maybe it's thinking that my car's got a good charging curve, but the 2018 P75D, that's what I'm rolling here, my wife's car. It's named Leia. For those of you just tuning in. And we're taking a terrifying full self-driving trip up Mount Rose. Speaking of running the HVAC for so long, I thought the filter was clogged, and so instead of just getting a new filter for $35 and a set of torque wrenches and doing it myself, or maybe just the one torque star that I needed or whatever, for like $3, I bet, at Harbor Freight. I could have just changed out my dirty ass filter myself, but there was this upgrade to the HEPA filter option. Now the HEPA filter itself only costs $100. So what was the $460? I feel like there had to have been some kind of a modification. There's Rallies. I should have went in there. I gotta get me some more of that sashimi tuna. Sashimi ahi tuna. It was only $6.99 a pound. I got me a pound. That guy's truck says Tatanka on it. Terrifying experiences. Full self-driving up Mount Rose. Walking across the ice. I think I had this whole story in a different segment somewhere else. But when the lake froze between on Gull Lake, between the lake house and the island, and I walked out there and thought everything was cool, so I just walked all the way to the island, walked all the way around the island. On the other side of the island, it was all open water. I was pretty concerned about that point. I also was noticing how bright and sunny the day had become. And I would always wake up early and go out there, and I like to do some ice fishing and regular fishing. I was always up early. I was up at different weird times. Faux show. At one point in my schedule, my sleep schedule during high school, I would come home go to sleep immediately, wake up around 9 or 10, and stay up until I got my homework done, play video games, get ready for school, go to school. That was kind of my sleep schedule for a long time. And then during summer break, I was playing Quake 1 with the grapple hook, 80 plus hours a week. I was really into video games. Terrifying experiences. So when I was trying to get back on the ice from the island, when I got back to my spot, I found my tracks. Alright. Let's hang with this guy. Front runner. There's another Model S behind us, I think. Every time I would step to go back on to the ice where I had got, clearly off the ice, it broke right through immediately, and I fell through. Now, when I was getting on the ice at that point, it was going like ankle deep, and I had some really good boots that came almost up to my knee. They were really waterproof, excellent boots. I called them moon boots. I think they were the Army issued winter boots. I'm not sure. They were good for like negative 140 degrees, something like Antarctica. But anyways, past that point, past like maybe up to my knee, I'm definitely gonna be getting some cold feet real quick, because it wasn't like very tight. I'm really tight or anything. I wore them all sloppy loose. But so yeah, I would step in here and I'd break, step in there and I'd break, step in there and I'd break. Cybertruck, awesome, Matrix wrap, sweet. Finally, I found a spot where I stepped on the ice and it only cracked, and then I stepped again, and now I'm like questionably, potentially, I can see the ice is so clear how deep it is. At this point, I'm gonna be up to my waist in ice cold water here. Let's speed up a little bit. There you go. I got you, bro. As long as I don't go over 85, I think we should be fine. Holy! Oh man. Oh wow. Oh god. The whole mechanism and everything came off. Unbelievable. Drive illegally. Holding on to the stupid phone. Well, look at that. Just look at that. Just look at it. It's beautiful. Alright. I already told you, go as fast fast as you would like to. I think we can easily keep up with that Model Y. Falling rocks. Falling rocks. I mean, it does rock. It's the landing that's kind of the hard part there. The terrifying jumping out of the airplane. It was exhilarating, and when the parachute opened, I thought for sure I was gonna break in half at the legs, like a wishbone. Nothing like going from 80 miles an hour to like negative 40 in 2 seconds. But I also got really lucky when we touched down. I thought that I could just land like Peter Pan or something. I got to mess with the parachute, controlling it left and right and flaring and stuff like that. It was all a lot of fun, and the guy set me down just perfectly onto the ground, but my legs just were not prepared to have strength in them and hold my body up, so I just hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. I wonder how this handles this. Come on, Model Y. Or are you a Model X? Let us know in the comments below. What do you think it is? This Volkswagen Golf wants to ride. Alright. So yeah, every step on the ice just spiderwebbed like crazy. And now I know how deep the water is right there, because we'd always park the boat over there to go jump in. We thought that there was less parts per million gas from boat motors, and I can almost see the door handles, like not quite. I can't tell if it's a Model Y or a Model X. It does say dual motor, I think. And come on, what's going on there? Slower vehicles with 5 or more cars behind them, need to pull over. Well, looks like we found somebody who needs to pull over. Or we're gonna try to pass somebody. The car would never pass anybody. Not over a yellow line. I'm pretty sure the car would never go over a yellow line. Caroline. So yeah, I made it all the way back home. I did not fall in the water and die. In a different life, in a parallel universe, I definitely drowned that day. I got up. I definitely was terrified, and I sat and thought for a while, like, how the hell am I gonna get off the island here? There's nobody on the island to go to for help, and I didn't tell anybody where I went, so no one's even gonna know to look at the ice, because the ice wasn't there yesterday. And no dumbass is gonna try to walk out there on the ice that quick. Unfortunately, I was that dumbass. Dual motor, that's all it says. I can't tell other than that. It could be a Model X or Model Y. Come on, I'm not trying to ride your butt too hard. I just want to see your door handles. It looks like a Model Y. It's got to be. I don't see no gull-wing doors on that thing. But the gull-wing doors are so sweet, though. We got pretty close. Ooh, that was terrifying. On Mount Rose. I had my feet. I was like I was like, am I gonna hit the brake or not? Do I? And the car itself slowed down for it finally. But yeah, we were right up there in that guy's butt. Do not pass. More terrifying experiences. Well, it was pretty terrifying when I lost control of the vehicle. I think it was either Jenny's house or Jessica's house. I'm not sure. Just, high school girlfriend might be officially my first girlfriend. If I thought about it hard enough, it makes sense just doing some quick numbers. She was in Plainwell, and she was neighbors to or friends with my cousin Amanda. Let me know in the comments below if you know, was it Jennifer or was it Jessica? It was Jennifer de Blockenstein. Seems like she had a really interesting last name. Not sure. Anyways, why that's relevant to the story, Best of Babes. Because I was at her house. It was Super Bowl Sunday, and was coming back home. The roads from Plainwell to Gull Lake, Richland area were fine all the way until I hit that little township area by the church, Yorkville Township or whatever. It's like they didn't pay their bill. The plow guy was like, well, ran out of ice, or ran out of salt, or he's like, fuck these guys, I don't know. You just, everywhere was fine all the way there until that point. Man, that mountain is so huge, it does not do it justice at all. This camera lens here, that is fucking beautiful. Mount Rose. That's one of the mountains that you'd be skiing down. Oh my god, little dogs. You wanna go skiing? Down Mount Rose. Gotta get Nana Rose up here at Mount Rose. What else? Terrifying experiences. Yeah, so, immediately lost control, and I did not have a seatbelt on. I was on one side of the road, I was on the other side of the road. I did not have good winter tires. I was in like a 1989 Volkswagen Jetta. 5-speed. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Yeah. Last thing I remember, I was going. I could either go over the edge, like right here. There's a little edge here. I could go over that edge and see what's down there, or zoom, I went hard left instead of, I was able to get the car to go hard left, and there was a telephone pole. The biggest telephone pole ever. Like, this fucking telephone pole didn't budge, yo. The car was going at least 45 miles an hour. Telephone pole took it like a champ. Telephone pole was like, what else you got? Next thing I know, I wake up. I'm like, man, how long was I out? I gotta start the car. I gotta get home. Oh shit. The car's already started, but it's not on. Do I turn it off? How do I turn it off? It's in gear. How do I get it out of gear? It won't get out of gear. How do I get out of the car? The door's all busted up. Door won't open. Shit. Man, my knee really hurt. Smoked my knee across the thing. At this point, I realize that there's blood coming out of my forehead. Just splattering on the steering wheel. So I touched my forehead, and I'm like, it's just all mush right there. It's like I'm feeling my brains. But head injuries just bleed really bad. And, it wasn't too bad, I reckon. But yeah, I had to climb over the gear shifter, bust out that door, and that door opened. I got out in the middle of nowhere. It's like a movie. Quiet, snowy night. Well, I mean, no snow. I mean, there was snow in people's yards and stuff. There was snow on that road, like we were talking. Like the plows had just somehow skipped everywhere else, except for this point. They had everything else covered except for this one. Wonder why Mount Rose is so white. Interesting geology. Wonder why these mofos didn't pull over, especially you with the boat. Behind the boat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Behind the big dump truck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Behind me, 3, 4. Anyways, I walked for a considerable distance, but yeah, when I got out of the car, no cell phones back at that point in life, unless you were a movie star or something. And nobody was on the road because the Super Bowl was going right now. And we were at the summit, y'all. Cool place to park. Bathrooms and stuff. That wasn't too terrifying. The car was trying to park, and I was like, no, that's not the spot I want. I want to go to the next spot. So I walked for a considerable distance before I found someone, and I went right up to their picture window, and I knocked on their window because, you know, they were watching the game. Their picture window went to the living room. They were like, oh my god. Came out and wrapped my head in a towel. It seemed like the ambulance was there almost immediately. It was crazy fast. I remember when I was getting my head showed up, the police officer showed up and gave me a ticket for failure to maintain control of my vehicle. What a kick in the fucking nuts. Thanks, Richland police officer. My first accident, my first major head wound, and thank God you didn't give me a seatbelt ticket, because obviously I don't have a shoulder injury, I have a head injury. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. My head hit the rearview mirror and broke the rearview mirror and broke my head. Alright, we are here, y'all, to the top secret. Oh God, I'm scared. I did it. It says it's 64 up here. Down there in Sparks, it was already like 75 or 77. Somebody else got the right idea. I guess I'll pull up at it here. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. Oh God, that was terrifying. What else you want to talk about? Thanks for riding. Thanks for listening. Thanks for giving me all your constructive feedback. Love y'all. I'll be back in Michigan on the 22nd. Hope to see you all at my house party. You know where I'm at. Starts at noon, goes to midnight. July 22nd. Bye!